No. I messed up the quest line.
There we go. Hi, everybody. We're live.
Hi.
Welcome to another fine edition of us playing Final Fantasy XIV. It is now another completely different day that we're streaming. It's Tuesday. Not our fault. Blame Square. Square employees for doing their jobs. Blame them for that. Okay. Quick
Yeah,
recap.
I screwed up that quest.
You did? How did you screw up a quest? Is that bad?
I killed the guy too early.
Oh, you just have to redo it?
No, I was supposed to follow him.
Oh.
So I'm now.
I know which one you're in. Continue.
I'm going to the building. I'm going to the building.
Okay.
I'm not dumb. I'm just.
I never said you
differently smart.
I'm not dumb. I'm just drawn that way.
Thank you, Jessica Rabbit. Sort of.
Yeah. Oh. I thought the quote was, I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Yeah, but I tailored it for...
sort of.
I remixed it, okay? Jeez. So yeah, quick recap. We ended in the mansion, but because I wanted access to the Sea of Clouds in the Western Highlands, MPX and I did a little extra questing. That's it. Like 2 quests extra. That's about it.
Admittedly, we missed the introduction of House Four Temps, the social hierarchy of...
Fortom.
Fortom?
It's French. Fortom.
Ignore the
hierarchy...
consonants, never possible.
Yeah, the hierarchy of Ishgard, the 4 major houses.
Yep.
Well, we haven't
Targaryen,
had a
Lannister,
per se.
No, Eddie. No.
Dasmel, Durandare, shit.
Fortem, obviously.
Fortem.
And something with an H, isn't it?
I feel like it's the one that usually does the Valentine event.
Hallinart.
There we go. That jogged the memory.
Yeah, as soon as you said Valentiones, I was like, oh, yeah. And then we also missed a little bit about the broom, I'm sure.
Yeah, which is the anybody that's not associated with any of the major houses.
Yeah, if you're not part of any of the high houses, then screw you, you're a beggar and you go live in the beggar area.
Basically the lower class. Because there is anybody that's part of the 4 major houses, or you're literal, like, human garbage. Even though they aren't literal garbage, they're pretty much treated like literal human garbage.
If this was medieval Europe, they would be the serfs.
Yeah.
All complicated stuff.
And basically, if you're from the Broom, the best thing you want to try and do is get into service into one of the houses, because then you could potentially become part of the house.
That, or if you can't do that, then become a dragon slayer.
Which is basically you go into military service and...
Not as a knight, though, because you're not cool enough to be a knight.
No, you go into military service and you basically act as frontline soldiers.
Yep.
Hey, you're willing to stand between us and dragons. We'll not totally disrespect you from now on.
That's cute. You think so?
Well, not even that. You think that would be the point? It would be a mechanism.
No, that's a bridge too far.
That's
basically.
that's sad.
Oh, You're the cannon fodder that we got. Well, let's
Yeah.
see how long you live.
Oh, and there's someone hanging out over with me. I don't know if he's joined the voice yet.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Here. I'm getting in.
The last one to show.
Yeah, you
Because
dropped
I
in.
knew Eddie had a few things to do first.
I dropped in, but you guys were talking about something, so I didn't want to interrupt.
You're fine. You're fine.
He's complaining about me because I'm not even in yet.
This is accurate.
No, this is Asher.
No, this is
Unlike Eddie, I actually know how to handle my time.
You know what?
Ooh.
That's racist because I'm a Mexican, isn't it?
No, it's because you have
No,
a
Eddie, you're
very
being
long
racist.
list of times where you said, I'm going to be here at X time, and you came in as X plus 15/30.
Okay, David, you're feigning being a dick, but the funny thing is that I'm on time today because I know that you are limited in your time. I made the extra effort. I made the extra effort for you. I did it for you.
I got 2 sets of meals for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the thing which apparently happened. Yes.
For Eddie loved his
Anyway,
friends so
are we
much he
live?
gave 2 meals. Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we're
Oh yeah,
live.
we've been live for a few minutes. Yes.
Okay. Uh,
But I did edit out that part where you said your credit card and social security number. Nobody will know
Keep
that.
it in. We're doing it live.
So where are you, MPX? I'm in the Sea of Clouds.
I decided to go ahead with both of the storylines and have progressed them to their first cutscenes each. So I'll grab them as they are and then catch up once you get to here. Start them up again, I guess. Or
Oh,
are
so
we
you-
expecting like a dungeon within or shared instance at any near point in this?
According to
We're
my
a little
map,
ways
no.
off from the first dungeon. We're
Yeah.
probably we should hit the first dungeon tonight for sure, but we're a little ways off from it yet.
Okay.
Also,
But now we
I
get
am
to appreciate new areas. Welcome, David. Welcome. We've been expecting you.
Suspecting him?
suspecting me. What?
Suspecting him, yes. Well, you have been rather sus.
God.
Why'd you go garden?
What?
Oh, Wally, I finally reached the cliff side of gathering and crafting.
Oh. Yeah,
The literal cliffside. Also, I have to double check that.
I think I'll be able to get around it by week's end, maybe. I think.
So where
I-
to?
North, directly north.
Okay.
What are you looking for up here?
It should be a sparkly spot, so you won't be able to see it. A little further up. Actually, at the Fate. Go to the Fate. There we go. The Fate was an excellent map marker. Thank you, Fate.
Oh man, fates! In the area that I need fates for.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess you'll have to actually join the party.
Ow!
Give me a second.
Paisa, why you do this to me?
Why you hurt so much?
I'm guessing we have to complete both quest lines.
Why
Mhm.
Why HP go so far stage left?
All right, I'm right next to where to go to the Sea of Clouds. Whoop.
Well, hurry up and get here so that you can get credit for this.
Hopefully, I can get a memory. Meow.
Don't pull it away from me. God damn it. You ever hit this? Oh, okay, you are on the nest. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
So,
am. I've done this fate before.
Is Eddie doing the Sea of Clouds questline or?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yay! I got
Okay.
tortured memory. We
Nice.
got another one.
Yay.
another
nice.
one.
It be. Oh God! Look.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know? You want to know? You want to see a cool trick? Oh, damn, he's resistant. That's okay. You want to see another cool trick? Ravana sends his regards.
Oh Jesus! That's gonna be a fun one when we encounter that the bug boy.
Yes, sir. Also, have some everything. Also, want to know who else sends his regards to Diatrima? Ramu does. All of the regards. Oh, and so does the Tomberry King.
I wish we could doink him.
I'm literally doinking him right now.
Guys, this is not that
You
kind of
forget,
stream.
Sharpened knife literally is one of the spells I get.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this big boy can take a hit.
Wait, blood weapon. The heck was blood weapon?
Apparently we got a Dark Knight around here somewhere. Because that's what Blood Weapon is.
Boom.
And that's another memory.
Yay.
Mountain Dew Jitsu. I want to be mad about that name, but I really can't.
Mountain Dew Jitsu.
Beautiful.
Ah, that's 2 out of the 18 for that memory.
All right, so where to next?
Back to the main city here.
The main city? Okay.
Rose House, I guess. Rose House, sorry. Rose
Oh,
House.
okay, so not the main city, the Rose House.
Yes. I'm still learning the geography.
Including how to pronounce geography?
The
What?
outpost.
What's wrong with geography?
Geography?
Oh, I see. You're confusing it with the television channel Sifi.
Siffy?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in that case, that's their fault for spelling it wrong.
That's some executive's decision to ruin that.
We can't own the
you're
word
up there.
sci-fi, but we can own the
The
letters.
4 letters Sippy.
Yes.
It's pronounced no, we're not going to pronounce it that. It's Siffy.
List.
Apparently mine just downstairs, so I'll save you a guess.
I mean, I'm literally going to drive it
Just
anyway.
make
Oh,
sure
you know
don't
what?
Fall off the
Actually,
edge.
never mind. I just realized that one of the quest markers is across this gap that's we're right next to. Let me ride.
I'm curious.
It won't let me ride. What if I jump on? No!
No.
So what do you
Okay.
mean by just across the
So
gap?
right behind you, and where that big huge bulb is behind you.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, I have to psych them up. Got it.
Yes. This quest again.
Oh yeah, you said this yesterday. I remember now, or the day before. One of those
Yes.
days.
A day previous.
one of these days is not like the other,
One of these days doesn't belong.
I'm guessing. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just invite everyone into the party. If you need to drop out or you don't want to join, feel free to do what you need to do. But that way, if we're all in the same place doing the same thing, we can all kind of hang out.
Yeah.
Where to next?
Right back across.
Okay, down here?
Further. Okay,
No,
down
sir,
here.
it's
Yes.
like right here, though, right?
Yep. Nope. I better. That's not it.
Inside the building, perhaps? Oh, no, there isn't an inside the building.
Oh, they're outside next to the tent. God damn.
Whoa, okay.
No, I apparently failed to psych.
You didn't psych him up sufficiently?
No, I couldn't psych them out into the end. There we go. Takes care of that patron of the psychedelics.
Oh, this is going to be fun for you.
No, the creatures are aggressive in this area.
I really do love that ability. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Meow. Ooh.
Perfect. Now we return from which we came.
Back over to the Rose House.
Yep.
Okay.
Up on the tree house.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
this one over here.
Yep. That's my fault for not specifying. So. Oh, now I get new 115 gear. What do I want? None of this stuff.
Probably not, because I think you probably have equivalent or better.
Unless you happen to have an alt that uses an entirely different gear set that you haven't geared up correctly.
Well, I can give it to my scholar. My scholar needs 115 gear.
Well, yeah, but does your scholar use the same gear as your summoner?
No.
Yeah, because out here you get where healing and casting split into two different branches, and they will stay that way forever now.
Yeah. Basically, casting will use int. Healing you will use mind.
And unlike with the ARR gear, into mind don't go on the same pieces.
No, no, they don't.
So where to now?
Now we go west.
Cloud top?
I'm sorry, east. Near OK Gundu. OK Go.
Okgundu.
Ogundu? Okay. Wait, Ogundu?
Once we hit ground again, halfway between the ground and.
Oh, like right here?
Yep, right here.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that.
I guess I am racing this gentleman.
Race.
You have a friend.
I run away from my friends. Oh, this is a wide area. This will be interesting.
Oh, you're
I know which quest you're on.
trying
The
to
water
find
crystals.
Yeah, the crystal thing. The big pool.
I believe one of the crystals is here.
Yes.
Oh, that one. Okay. I thought it was this one, but
There's two, there's one in each.
okay. And then I think I remember where the one on the east shore is. It's that one right there.
Yes, these are apparently not adequate.
I think these both have as well.
There's one on the right here.
This one might be inadequate.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately.
I think if I remember right, skip that one. No, actually, no. I think it is this one.
Okay, I'm going to have to join you as soon as you get back to House Fortem. Because guess what?
What?
A
What?
third
What? What?
compass.
Oh, yay. So yeah, that was a negative. And
So it's this one for sure then. I wasn't sure if it was this one or the last one, but it's this one for sure if it wasn't that one.
Yep, yay. Let me click on the cart.
And back to her,
Yep.
to Miss Lynette.
No, actually, back to where you dropped me off first.
What do you
North
mean
of
where?
here.
Oh, back over here. Okay.
Yep. Now a little way. Yep, there you go. Straight ahead. And here we go.
By the friend you didn't make along the way.
Oh no! Dang it! I hate that. I hate how the dismount button is right next to my meal enchantment button. I just right click the meal button, so I just lost my meal bonus.
That's also, yeah. I mean, okay.
I was right clicking the chocobo icon to get off the car, but you
But
got
then
off.
I broke the car at the same time you were doing it, so instead it broke your food.
Yep. Okay, I guess now we're going east again.
Excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna go smack this fate.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. Is it over by the bridge?
I see no bridge here. It is south of the Vorsland Siren map word. You want to go south, southeast from here.
Oh, okay. Because I know it's not going to be over there, so it's got to be like over here.
A little right. Go a little right. Okay, here.
Oh no, that's left.
I need that hill.
Rude.
Okay, this place has been surveyed. Now we go north near that food fight. Just north of that fate.
Okay.
And yep.
So probably like here.
Mm-hmm. Good instincts. No, Chocobo. I don't want to click on you. No! Chocobo! And now you're in the way. Damn it!
I did it on purpose. I was like, that's where it is, huh?
Someone's been taken by the Vanu. Oh my.
Oh, you just teleported.
That is the wrong thing to press.
You okay over there?
No, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button.
You pressed the wrong button!
Sorry, this is not a situation where I need to use Super Bolide.
I must leave.
Probably not. Oh, your people need you?
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say my people. We just met.
They'll be your people soon enough.
It's not that serious, guy.
No big deal. Hey, how about you take some of that?
I might need to leave the party.
Okay.
Be gone, MPX. But be back.
Wow. Rude.
I told him to come back. I want him to come back.
God, I love that move.
I'm guessing that's
The Parnica?
and that's 3 memories. Yeah, no, my Aurora is very close to where I put Super Bolide.
Not a
And
great combination.
I
One,
think-
mild regen. The other, 1 HP.
but invincible for 10 seconds.
Yes, and if you don't get healed within those 10 seconds, 1 HP. Did you want to hit this fade over here while we got quite a bit of time?
Yes, let's smack some fates. And sink.
Oh.
I'm gonna smack the Gastromnes.
I'm gonna Supernica the things.
Everything gets smacked.
Well, I mean that's the joy of Supernica.
I didn't realize this game didn't really tell me where to go.
Oh yeah. Make your way deeper into the camp.
Oh, goody, bosom buddies.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about bringing out my Chocobo. I should bring out my Chocobo. I mean, granted, my Chocobo can't get XP, but you know, it's nice to have wander around.
Might as well take care of it.
Well, I mean, like literally, my Chocobo can't get XP.
Yeah, your Chocobo's max, if I recall.
Yeah, rank 20. Excuse you, where do you think you're going?
Get back here.
Sir? Sir?
Here we go. Oh, you didn't do it. I was
Sir,
excited.
This is a Publix.
Sir, this is a border.
Yay! You said the thing. You, small one, stop getting hit.
Yay.
Yay! Challenge logging your Fate 1.
Also, same.
Well, almost complete, sorry.
Yeah, mine is almost complete.
Well, while we're waiting, should we go hit Anzu Trois?
Sure. Ah, right. Need the level sync.
Yes, that is indeed a thing that you should do.
Sync the level because something's coming over me.
Over here.
How many bowls are there?
What's that?
Well, there's the Black Bull of Ul'dah, and now there's Granu the Bull.
Ah. I don't know.
And there's all the bullshit that happens.
Well, I mean, you guys already lived through that part.
Oh, there's more bullshit to come. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's plenty more where that came from.
Hurry up, Emiliane. We have 20 minutes to get to the other side of wherever we're going. Oh, okay,
Yay,
we're
Bosom
we're
Buddies
there.
won.
Voice lines.
Oh, and In Your Fate won.
Yay! Not like I'm gonna get experience on this job, but whatever.
I don't know, like I'm gonna get experience on any job, but whatever.
I have 5 now. 5 memories of dying.
And 15 more to go?
15 more to go.
Yeah, and I'm actually not getting them, which is weird because I thought you could get them even if you weren't on the quest, but whatever.
You have to be on the quest. So.
Alas. Oh, hey, A Long Way Down.
Alright.
Holy crap, what is that?
Oh, wait, A Long Way Down is gone. Someone finished it, even though it was just at 0, I thought. Whatever. Guadalamano.
Alright. Oh, Eddie just met the Purple Pros people. Or are you talking about, our good buddy,
I just
no,
met
no.
Bismarck, I guess is his name.
It's Bismarck.
Oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense now. It's coming back to me. The joke you told like 2 months ago, I finally understand.
Oh, nope, not you. I tried to cancel that stupid.
So I just discovered that the polls for the festival in the plaza in Lumensa don't actually have a physical presence in game.
Correct.
You didn't notice that last time when the double
The
giant dude,
Cactuar boards.
I wasn't paying that much attention. Because now I'm currently in stealth mode, hiding inside of one of the pillars.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens.
6. Do you want to go pick up the thing first, and then come back?
Huh?
Do you want to go pick up the quest first, and then come back?
Meh, feh, bleh.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
back
the
in-
thing is I'm already done on all the quests that because remember my recollection weapon is already at 500.
Is
Did
it
Sid
500?
changes
I thought
clothes?
it was 515.
500 is what I have right now, and 485 is what you have right now.
Ah, okay. No, you're right. I do have recollection for Soul Scourge. I just don't have it for this boy.
Ah,
David, did Sid
Hi.
change his clothes?
No,
He looks different for some reason.
he's wearing a coat.
Okay, well then he did change clothes.
No, he added clothes.
he accessorized.
Ah! David,
He's
shut up!
dressing for the weather.
It's cold up here.
Okay. Last one. And then I'll be done with Sea of Clouds forever. I'll never have to come back here again.
Oh, sweet summer spirits.
Okay, so that's the end of that for now. This got 6 gems.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Where are the dying? Oh, way over there. Okay. The very slowly dying boy.
Yes, let's go find this dead boy. I mean, dying.
Oh wow, they took off my helmet for once.
Why is there a second gun burger here?
Hello. Ma'am? Ma'am, do not stand inside my car.
What, ma'am? But then again, like things haven't loaded in yet, so.
There's a bun lady said that was just running through my car.
Rude.
Roseworm?
Yeah.
Oh no, not the hood.
What's wrong with the hood, David? It's a perfectly nice place.
No, not the hood of a car. And he just stepped on it.
It happens. It's just.
Okay, I'm going to Ishgard now.
Oh, hey, Mr. Mage is a black mage. Someone actually aptly named for once.
And he's got
Oh,
a good.
here, I have it as a gold spot. I'll teleport us. I always keep. I don't know why, but I have never, since during Heaven's Ward, never taken my gold star away from Ishgard.
Huh.
I never put it on Rogger's Reach. I never put it on Kugane. I never put it out on like Crystarium or Lemore or Umor. I always left it on Foundation.
Well, that'll help in the long run.
Yeah.
Will it?
Yes, actually.
And then after your activities here, I presume you're going to need to go out to Querthus West, correct?
That would be next, yes. Oh, I have a favor to ask when we're over there. Can you take me to where the wyverns are so I can beat up a couple of them?
I'm trying to think where if there are wyverns. No, wait. You need for wyvern skin.
Yep.
Okay, that's actually not Querthus West. That's actually Fourlands.
Travanian Forelands.
What?
Which
I
we
clearly...
can do that. We can take a quick trip over to the Fourlands.
I don't think I'm allowed to go there yet. Am I?
Yeah, you are. Fourlands doesn't have the restriction. That one you are allowed to go to. You're not allowed to go to Hinterlands or Churning Mist or
Redacted.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sir not appearing in this film.
I mean,
Wait,
Kelsey
I
knows
swear.
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Been spending most of my life living the guest
Yeah,
paradise.
the wikis say that the wyverns that I'm after are in Western. Well,
What?
there's... Okay, well, maybe I'm semi-wrong. The Vengeful Wyvern is in the Western Highlands.
Vengeful Wyvern is I think is a fate specific.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense why I thought that then.
So has Eddie seen the cutscene in Cloudlands? Whatever it's called.
Where the primal?
Yeah, the primal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw.
Yes.
Wind up Ravana. It's so adorable.
Okay. This is all done. I am ready to go west.
Young man. Okay, well,
Look at him go.
did you do the initial branch quest, or are you doing that piece right now?
That piece right now, because I have work in
Okay.
progress as my quest.
Okay, then I will meet you at Falcon's Nest once it brings you there. You need to follow the trail in order to get normal access.
Oh no, I can port there. Is that what you mean? I can port there.
Oh, okay, so you have already been there once. That's what I was trying to say. Have you been
Oh,
there
okay.
once?
Okay,
Mhm.
my bad.
Okay, well, I'll meet you there anyways, because I reported. Oops.
But
Ed!
that's why I said that. I went searching for the wyvern the other day in that area, but I think it's in an area where I cannot access on foot.
Um, well, that's the thing is, if you were searching this area for it, it's
Mhm.
that's the problem. Also,
Okay.
we lost Asher.
Yeah, I'm still here, so this is confusing.
Yeah, I don't believe that it's an issue of connectivity.
Be careful, FPX. Maybe he just got murdered and they're coming for you next.
I think I would have heard the scream.
All right. All right. Do we want to do? Oh wait, I don't have who I thought I had. He
Sorry,
took off running.
I forgot to talk to the actual quest person here.
Let me come run you over.
Now I've accepted a quest from this person. Okay, so yeah, if you think it's easy to do, let's go to the Churning Mist and get me some wyverns.
No, not Churning Mist. Churning Mist
Oh.
is where you can't go. But
Oh,
there are
okay.
Dravidian wyverns in Tailfeather.
And they
Or,
drop
not
wyvern
Tailfeather.
skin. And then how come
Yeah.
this wiki's all wrong then? I guess.
I love how Rogan barely fit in this thing.
What's up?
I love how Rogan barely fit in this thing.
That was weird.
I blame
Well-
society.
I mean, you should.
Also, since you lost voice for a while, we're taking a quick detour to Four Lands to try and rustle up some wyvern skin.
Okay.
I just needed to
I
get
still
at
haven't
least.
loaded in. I'm not sure why.
I need to get at least one so I can tell my retainers to go after him from now on.
Ah, so you've chosen laziness.
No, I've chosen. It's going to take me a few days to get enough skill points to use them. So in the meantime, I might as well collect them.
Mm-hmm.
So you've chosen work lazier, not harder.
Yep.
Wait, retainers can get stuff like
Yeah, absolutely. If you do the quick ventures, you can tell them specifically to get certain stuff.
okay.
Well, there's
I
the
mean,
three
I didn't know they
categories.
I didn't know they could hunt things.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
there's a hunt. Well, your retainers. What kind of
If
retainer
they're
classes do you
combat
have?
classes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have to make them a combat class. I only have
Yes.
two retainers.
Okay, and
Yeah,
they're not combat classes.
if you have
Okay.
them if you have them gatherer class, then they'll only go after gatherable stuff. But if you have them a combat class, they'll go after stuff that you can normally kill mobs for.
Yep.
So the question is I'm not sure how this works. I think oh shit, I forgot there was one of these out here too. Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. You can't see what I see.
Oh, that.
Yeah. There's one of those out here.
Fun.
Also, since I'm out here, getting the crystal would be the aetheryte would be a good idea too.
Oh
That
yeah,
should be
probably.
too.
There's two.
Oh, good.
And I still haven't loaded in. This is not good.
I blame society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still says. I mean, it still says in the group that you are in Corthus West. All right. T-pose on this to assert dominance.
I'm not sure what happened, but I'm going to have to do this. I'm
Uh-oh.
going.
Don't do it,
it's
David.
sweet.
Think of your family.
Well, it's just closing out the game, sitting for like 2 minutes, and then coming back.
You don't actually have to sit for 2 minutes.
Oh,
If you
Jesus,
try and log in,
I just. The hell?
did you quit as you were loading in, or did you better stop just in time?
I stopped just in time because since I was about to go to my other monitor to close out the game entirely,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like zoop, right as I hit the border. But okay,
So let's go ahead and get the dragon aetheryte.
We're not gonna mention why you need that aetherite, but but you're gonna need it.
There'd be dragons here.
Also, that's okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but that was very surreal because I loaded up a mount. I did not load. My mount did not load. The flying music loaded, and I started flying off, and my entire screen had no character or mount on it.
Yeah, no, that happens sometimes.
But I
You've
got
got
like
you've got some weird lag going on, and it's apparently only affecting you. So it is clearly a you problem. Anyways, would you like a Dravinium Wyvern, perhaps?
I want its skin more than anything.
Well, be careful not to hit the comet drone. You don't want that.
combat drone.
Comet drone.
Oh.
Okay, that was his wings A, and B that was not. Okay, sorry. Give me 1 second. I need to do a thing really quick because I'm a good person and I always do this. But first, I need to reassign my macros because there was some BS that happened behind the scenes, and that was BS. There we go.
Have you recovered from yesterday's toil?
Yes, I have indeed.
Okay.
That was, I mean, that was again to you. Oh wait, you did get skins.
Yep. HQ skins. Yay!
All right.
I'm
At
good.
HQ, no less.
Now my retainers can go pick some up while I do
So
other
the question,
stuff.
the question I do have, because it is a question which must needs be asked, is you are now going to have access to Wyvern skins, but by the same token, do you have access to the leaves that you need?
Yes.
Okay. You've already gone and gathered them some yourself?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, because I don't like the fact that they made leaves tanning things here.
Just a sec. I might be wrong about that. I think I might be confusing with another ingredient. Let me check my list.
Crescent tea leaves.
So be honest with me, guys. Is frosted tips the right thing?
Oh God.
For
For me.
like IRL or your character. Your character is rocking it. I mean, you IRL,
Okay.
I would give it a 50-50 chance.
No, frosted tips on me IRL, no, would not look good.
Hey, I did that IRL.
What, back in the 90s?
And early aughts.
No, I like my hair long, and I think frosted tips are kind of trashy on long hair.
Yeah, you want to do highlights throughout. If it's long hair, you want to do highlights throughout. You don't want to do frosted tips. Also, hello, Sanger. We're getting ready to head back the other way.
Take it back. I don't think I did collect those.
Damn
I think
it.
I was going to collect those, but I did not. So I did not get those
Okay,
yet.
so yeah, you'll need to Botanist 55 out here in Riversmeet, and I think it's a time specific.
Ah, that's why. Yes, it was. That's why I didn't get it. That's why. Yes.
10 to 12 and 10. Yeah, 10 to 12 a.m. and 10 to 12 p.m.
Yeah, one of those you need to use the voice of the forest.
Oh, there's that too. I forgot about that. I'm not used to that because we used to have to actually pay attention to the times back in the day.
Oh wow, is that an ability that you get at higher levels? It's just like, time doesn't matter anymore. Time is ephemeral. The druids all start talking, and Jaden Smith tweets something about how time is bullshit.
All right, so where am I going, by the way?
Back to Falcon's Nest, because that's where my quest takes me next.
Really? To Falcon's Nest? Really?
Yep.
So we just flew all that way when you still had a quest right there. I mean, it's a living.
It was a wonderful view. I'll pay you for the gas money.
Well, you know
that's good because ceruleum doesn't grow on trees. Yes, ceruleum doesn't grow on trees.
You know the rules of carpooling, man.
Gas, grass, or ass on no one flies for free.
Yep, exactly. Yes, grass or ass. Not carpooling. What am I talking about? Road trip. I was trying to think of the proper word.
I knew what you were going for.
Meh.
So I think the question you need is actually over here-ish.
East. Hello, person. Nope. Ooh, a purple destination. Whatever could it mean?
Purple.
A hostile presence. No, it's an icicle. They're the worst.
Ice in your pants.
My chocobo will protect me.
Ooh,
He
this
did.
is gonna be fun.
Oh, so that's its actual physical location.
Wow.
What?
The training dummy is all instantly dead.
Suparnica is just too good.
Oh,
Sorry, Supranica.
Where?
Supranica. Just
Oh,
to
it's
annoy.
up.
Down.
Left.
Down. Right.
Left.
Right.
VA select start.
There we go.
Why am I still being targeted by the striking dummy?
Yeah, you have to move far enough away or zone to for the dummies to stop targeting. Oh,
That's what MPX was complaining about yesterday or the day
Ramu
before.
says his regards.
Time is irrelevant.
Oh, I only hit 2. There we go. I should have used fire. Oh well.
You can fight ice with ice. That would be fun.
I mean, yeah, I literally can. I can use northerlies. Great move for when the enemy just needs to chill out. You all right there?
I don't know.
No, he's never.
I don't know, guys. Run. Congo, no!
I'm doing keeping the flame alive, so
That's actually pretty valuable in this area.
well, yeah, the desert.
Of the north.
Okay. Finally, we can leave this town.
All right, so where to?
We are going directly north of here. Practically a straight line.
Fate.
Hey!
Well, then bail out.
Oh, I wonder if
Oh,
it's at
I
that
know where you
statue.
need to go. I know where you need to go. You need to go down here.
Everybody out of the van now.
The compass would
void.
say otherwise. Compass says otherwise. No! I'm
Not
scared!
here?
No. No, you totally
Oh.
passed it. No.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
he's
later
talking
then.
about the first one. He's talking about
That's
the
a
very,
preview.
He's talking about the one that's
Yeah,
like,
here.
right outside.
You might want to move your chocobo. It's in very real danger of getting hit with the cerulean jets.
What the hell just happened on the map? There's... Why is there... Deep eye? What are these things?
Those are
They're deep
enemies. Oh, Jesus.
That's a lot of them.
That is a lot of them. It frightened me.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, that was quick.
Better go help
There,
Eddie.
the map was so filled with dots. I was like, "Oh my god, they're coming for me!"
Ramu sent his regards.
Oh, yeah, of course. But to say, why is your Chocobo smaller than the other two? Then I realized the other two were Rogadins. Yes, you're smaller.
Yeah, I'm not as big as a Rogadin, so my Chocobo also is not.
He is not thick.
Also, mine's a blue Chocobo, so your arguments are invalid.
Am I blue?
Mine's kind of blue.
Am I blue?
Yeah, yours is a darker blue.
Okay, we're going directly west from here.
We're going.
Oh, I think I know where. The tower.
Kasumi, are you cold? Do you need heat? A heater?
Oh, I'm fine. It's to turn
Whoa.
my impure spirit.
Why is your character leaning forward? That's cool.
That is weird.
I haven't seen that before.
Don't sit like that in my car. That's weird.
I don't know how to change it.
None of us have ever done anything like that
There's
before.
3 people in the car.
No, there's 4 of us though.
There were 4 of us.
But yeah, no, she's doing this weird lean where she's like trying to look between the seats.
Yeah.
Swap seats.
Is that because of her size? Because obviously I can't do that.
I think it might be race specific. But
Because like no matter which seat I'm sitting in, I've always got an arm roughly out.
No, not in your current
It's
position.
funny you say that, but now you're in the crossed arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Admittedly,
All right.
I think
Where to now?
That's so weird. Directly southeast of here. Southeast. Oh, right back at Falcon's Nest.
Oh, okay.
Kasumi, you're throwing out the whole symmetry of the vehicle right now.
Osmi's trying to make sure we're driving safe. Oh no!
I can't steer as well. I've got 2 Rogadins on the same side of the car.
Yeah,
It's pulling my car.
It's leaning to one side.
listing a little hard to the right. I wonder why.
Not to mention we're all like decked out in heavy armor.
Well, both of the Rogadins are, yeah. And both the people on the left-hand side of the car are in much lighter gear.
Alright.
Even does change which seat I'm sitting in. So if I sit in the same seat again, will I be seeing the same pose?
Well, so you got the other back seat, and now you're not doing the pose. And
Yeah.
now he's doing the arm pose again, like he normally would. I don't know, I think you just cursed my back seat is all. Alright, so where to next?
We are going, where the fuck is the marker? Where are we going? Oh, no, I guess somebody here. That's why I can't tell. Where are you, person? We're literally next to them. That's why.
Oh, in here, I think.
Let's drive the car inside the pub.
Yep.
Now we go north.
That poor widow.
Okay,
Zero
where?
two loser.
We're going
I was going to before.
north of Anvil.
Not Greytail Falls.
No, actually, it's actually closer to Camp Rivers Meet.
No, it's down. Yeah, down in the old camp. Yeah.
I will say one thing though: this wind chill really hurts my ears.
No, I hear if you go higher, it actually gets worse.
Oh, my ears just popped.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
You know how bad that is for Vieira?
I'm getting vertigo.
Up here, it's almost like mist.
I think something else has popped.
Oof.
What the hell?
So it should be down here, I believe.
Yep. Up. Wait, now we're up. Okay, up. It's up for some
Up?
reason. I think it's on the cliff. Yeah, it's directly on the cliff.
Okay.
About here?
Yep.
I can't even wear earmuffs because Vieira don't get headgear.
It's true. They don't.
And then from here, it's the bridge.
On the bridge? At
Right-
the bridge? Under the
right
bridge?
next to it.
Downtown?
Right.
On the other side of the bridge, right here. Here we go.
Sanger, pop out?
I'll go help Sanger.
Okay.
Right.
Have fun with the fake kids.
Right.
Too bad it wasn't at a pool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where did you go?
Oh, it's Big Fat Boy.
Eateroo.
Okay, now we're
Open
going
it.
back to the camp. The camp again, I guess.
Now we're actually down at the camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
It really took us a long way around with this one.
I just jumped ahead on that one. That's all. He's coming right for us.
My God, it's coming right for us.
Missing knights. Hello. Are you a knight that is missing? Please say yes. Hello. Are you a missing knight? Oh, we're being attacked. Oh, how horrid. Ow! Crisis averted.
Okay, yeah, I may have to pop off for a like split second and then sign back in because there's some weird lag going on.
Okay.
We'll
You
miss
might want
you.
to consider getting away from danger and then doing it. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
you did.
Okay, got one memory. Okay. You join up with them. I'm gonna head back to the nearest safe point, which is obviously Falcon's Nest.
Falcon's Nest.
We're down at Camp Rivers Meet.
Yeah, I'm not going to Rivers Meet.
Oh no!
Why not?
I was saying for Cosme's benefit.
Okay, good.
Ooh, I saw a familiar face on the quest card.
Oh.
Oh wait. Sorry,
North
we're not
of
leaving
the-
yet. Not leave. Oh, well, are we? It's just north. They say Camps Rivers Meet, but it is a little bit north.
Ah, you're there.
Across this frozen lake river, I think is where I'm going.
Okay, give it about like
Yeah,
30
there we go.
seconds.
Okay.
You guys don't see that big glowing over there? It's glowing right over there.
Nope.
It's
I
right
don't
over there,
see it.
guys.
You're hallucinating.
It's so beautiful.
You're definitely. Oh, you're getting ready to drop out.
Not
Yeah,
these
it's-
shenanigans again.
What do you mean shenanigans? This is standard.
Apparently,
But
I'm doing shenanigans.
the shenanigans of forcing me out of my party. I don't accept that.
Shenanigan Fighters 3D.
Oh, that's a good one.
Shenanigans Turbo Edition.
No, that's where they overdid it and stuffed it with DLC.
No, the Turbo Edition came before Shenanigans
Yeah,
Fighters
Turbo-
3D.
Turbo Edition was the one that was on TurboGrafx 16. That's right. That's a reference that nobody knows. Okay, so let's head up over here, where eventually he's gonna turn back up. Oh. I can't solo that. At least not as blue. If I can't do it as blue, what's the point?
Well, you wouldn't have to. I mean, I am here.
About that.
Why
that
do
was
I
a
have?
level 60 either A or a level 60S?
Mm.
You're a level 55. Your purpose in that would be blood sacrifice.
I have something. Okay, I have a buff that I don't know what it means.
What does it say?
It says brilliant conviction.
That sounds like that's quest related.
Yeah, and it's weird. It doesn't. I don't. It doesn't do anything. It just says breaking limits only as the warrior like can, which I guess is
that means
flattering.
that you get that means that you get a shadow buff. It's not explaining exactly what the buff is, but it's similar to when you get the echo in a dungeon. You get an across the board bonus.
Oh, you know, I always saw those messages and I never understood what it was about.
Yeah, the last 2 days have not been fun for me.
Oh, I just reached the point MPX was talking about earlier. Don't kill the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, don't kill him before he leads you where you're supposed to go.
I almost forgot and
Then
almost killed him.
Say that you completed the quest anyway, and you're sort of lost for a bit.
Until you just go north where you need to go.
That's funny. Because I almost did, and at the last second I remembered. Because the guy has a little more health than usual, so I was like, why is that guy a little stronger than usual? Oh!
Yeah, why is he stronger than usual? And why is he running away from me in this very specific direction?
Yeah, I'm used to other JRPG rules where unbeatable boss. No, that just means I have to try harder to beat him.
I can think of a few where unbeatable boss is actually a thing.
Well, yeah, sometimes
Literal
it is.
unwinnable.
But Tales of Symphonia has ruined that for me. Now every boss that I meet that is hard to defeat just means I have to try harder to defeat.
Whereas Sir Shin.
Yeah, that's slightly ridiculous.
Oh, but now I have the opposite problem. I lost him.
Keep heading north.
Just use the mini map. He should still
Keep
show
heading.
up as an enemy.
Yeah.
No.
You just keep heading north, from the north to the northern north.
Yeah. To the north,
Look, just find a building.
We make bronze out of this magical mineral that called tin that we get from, I don't know, Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it from.
Yeah.
How the creatures are aggressive in this map.
I mean, they're just as aggressive outside of that map.
I don't know about that. I feel like once I'm a few levels above them, they leave me alone unless I get really close to them.
Yeah, I mean, that is accurate, yes.
These level 50 creatures are gunning for me when I'm like several meters away. I don't understand.
It's called aggro.
I found him.
Well, and also I think that you're currently synced down, aren't you? Because you're inside of a story mission.
Yes.
So you're no longer several levels above them. You're just a couple levels above them now.
Mayhaps. Knock, knock.
Motherfucker.
Oh, I'm surrounded. This is a mistake. Why did I barge in?
And game over screen.
What's this random house in the middle of nowhere doing here?
I mean, it's just existing. Houses don't normally do anything.
Joe Beans.
I think David's just projecting again.
Stop catfishing people, Eddie.
No comment.
I actually knew a guy who did that in middle school, and it kind of was really kind of fucked up.
Ugh.
Like, pretended to be a girl online for like a year until this guy proposed to him.
Jesus.
Yeah, when he told me the story, I'm like, that's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's rough. That's definitely rough.
To go that far with it, good lord. Duty complete. Yay!
Yeah, I'd like to use the, kids will be kids, and, all kids are monsters because they don't know empathy, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's still kind of fucked up.
Well, there's a point where you have to learn something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be curious to see how that person is presently, but man.
I haven't talked to him in a good long time, but I'm pretty sure he's a cool guy now. At least last I heard.
It's Ice Heart!
10 years since I talked to him, so. Heck, more like 15 at this point.
Still getting the whiplash from all the voice changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's still gets me too.
So, how are we liking our little Technicolor nightmare?
Yeah, I know, right?
What nightmare?
This, children, is what's called gaslighting.
Didn't I make that joke last week?
Exactly.
Yes.
This, children, is what's called a callback.
And the larch.
The Larch. And next, number one, the Larch. The
Yeah.
Larch.
I was watching a thing earlier, and I was kind of surprised and also saddened. Does anybody else remember Cartoon Fridays?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yes.
Well, sort of, because in Italy it was a little different.
Well, that's because you were in Italy, Eddie.
I mean, we still had Cartoon. It's just, it wasn't.
Yeah, and
Friday.
I know the story that, like, in Canada and Europe and stuff, they got different stuff. But, so Cartoon Fridays, that whole block and that whole thing, it's lost forever.
What do you mean lost?
Like, they Cartoon Network either doesn't have or has yet to release the stuff, so it's not online.
The shorts?
Yeah, it's considered lost media.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
How's that even remotely possible? Because like that's they had to send copies everywhere. Like I just said, I saw in Italy. So the British broadcasting arm of Cartoon Network should have had a copy about it.
That's what surprised me about it is that it's lost media, but it was so widespread that I don't know how none of it could have ended up on the internet. But yeah, all the shorts, all the little in between stuff is lost media.
Hey, man, there was some classics in there, man. I love those. I always think about the spaceship dude, the one who had to do laundry. He's my favorite. I forget what his name is though. I don't know why I'm slipping on it.
That so much rings bells, but I can't think of it either. And it's so dumb. That's such a simple thing, like spaceship dude that does laundry, and somehow I can picture it in my head, but I can't. I can't remember the name. Yeah.
Our foreheads grew faster than our brains.
I think I remember actually watching that, and now I can't remember any details. God.
Oh, Iceheart is turning a new leaf.
And apparently, Johnny Bravo actually began life as a college project.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that came from those cartoons.
The
Courage
creator's
came out
college,
of that.
Yeah, it was the creator's college final for his animation class was the three Elvi was what originally started with it, which was three aging Elvis impersonators that fought crime. But because he was one man, because it was just him doing it for a college project, he cut down the concept to a single Elvis impersonator. Because he figured it'd be easier to just focus on one guy if it was just him doing it.
Do you remember Seth MacFarlane's cartoon?
I thought he was involved originally with Johnny Bravo.
He might have, but he had his own one. He did his own cartoon as well. It was the one where, I mean, shocker, the guy and his dog. Like like
wait, Seth MacFarlane, guy and his dog, really?
Yeah,
nah, that's a stretch.
That's so off-brand for him.
And it was the same voices. He made Family Guy off of that, except it was not a super. In the cartoon is a super old guy, as opposed to what Peter Griffin ended up being.
Well, every animated show Seth MacFarlane has made has basically been the same concept.
Okay, I'm ready to go back to Ishgard.
Oh, I might see you there.
Or I think I'm ready. Let me see. No, no, it's
Well, if you completed both
first
quests, you should be heading.
Yes,
back to
Falcon's Nest first. Apparently, it fooled me.
And Johnny Bravo apparently had.
Oh my god!
Let me in the car until you accept my invite.
I thought I did.
Now you did.
Thank you. Good lord.
Was that a Gobwalker?
You remember Jungle Boy? Jungle Boy was another classic cartoon.
Oh, that was somebody else.
No, but that was cartoon. I'm just saying it's a cartoon creation.
Yeah, I remember Jungle Boy.
Whatever. I'm done. I'm done waiting for you to figure out what's going on.
Sorry, I logged
even
out.
remember a
Hopefully
joke from that one.
Figure out what's going on with the lag on my game and the.
Because Cartoon Network was the only
going on in the background in Windows.
Stop downloading prawns.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's probably like the stupid file system thingy.
Better get better at it.
Well, I decided to close out Chrome because fuck Chrome. That's what I was using to watch the stream in the side window.
This is frightening. All I see is that one light in the distance.
That is the best beacon. Trust it.
It's burning at the Frankenstein place.
Yeah, Jungle Boy. Nice. Yeah, Jungle Boy was a good one.
Yeah, I remember a joke from that one. I don't know why, but I remember it. It's like Monkey King or whatever his name was was like, he is to be considered armed and extremely dangerous. And then the giraffe news reporter lady was like, you mean he has a gun? And then he goes, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying that he's dangerous and has arms. And then the snake was like, oh wow, just rub it in my face.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Don't you know Jungle Boy is evil? He doesn't even recycling. He doesn't even recycle, crying out loud. Yeah, because that was like the only channel we had. I'm pretty sure I saw each one of those cartoons like 100 times. Oh, I've been marked. Okay, now we can go back to Ishgard.
You just now noticed that you've been marked, huh?
Didn't you mark me when we got here?
And I'm back in that
No,
spot again. And I'm
back
doing
at the
my
house.
thing.
Back at the house while you were in the cutscene.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Just what my character does when I sit in this particular seat.
Okay, well, you're forbidden to sit in that seat then. Because that side of the car is already heavy enough without you leaning in that direction.
Not to mention you break the personal bubble. Like, personal space, buddy. It's Congo!
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Should I turn down the gain on my microphone?
No, it's just there was a weird moment of reverb, and I'm not sure why. It wasn't. I don't think it was the. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was your gain.
Well, since it was from his voice.
I don't know.
Me.
There we go. I turned down my gain. Lots of bowing. Bow, 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 bow.
Oh, you finally showed up.
Yay! Now we can do more quests. I have a question mark. Why? Why is question marks? Oh, house, fortum, whatever. Ether compass. Ether compass. Ether compass.
Yay! Now we can go find ether currents.
Yep.
Let's see. Got 8 now. Got 8 of those boys.
Why is True North on my combat bar? I don't think I ever need that ability ever.
True North?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what Samurai has for positionals. I don't usually pay attention to positionals, I'll admit, which is actually bad, but, you know.
I don't think Samurai has positionals.
I think it does actually.
Sometimes it's very occasional stuff.
I'm
It's not
looking
quite
at
as-
all of my stuff, and none of them say, like, if you attack from this direction, blah, blah, blah. The only one I have says attacks in a cone in front of you.
Have you checked down the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
It may be something that's linked to an ability a little bit later on.
Maybe.
Bite-sized pudding. How?
Oof.
Probably doesn't taste like pudding.
Probably
Actually, I
not.
think I have that minion.
I know I have it on my alt. I'm pretty sure I have it here.
I don't. I don't
Really?
have him. That's
I
weird.
definitely do. You get it from bronze trim sacks.
Oh, that's why. Remember, I hate trying to deal with Palace
This
of
is
the
on
Dead too
second
much.
level.
Okay, time to go to a bar, I think, or something.
Yay, bar time! And now I can bring out this minion, and have it not be a spoiler.
God, don't you hate that how David loves to spoil everything?
Especially food.
Wait, I spoil. What?
Bless you, MPX, for alley-ooping that so well. I
Darn,
didn't
I missed
expect
it.
it.
He said I spoil food.
Well, then stop spoiling food.
Well, I'm at
I don't
fault
know.
as
What do you
much
want
as
me to
him,
say?
so
Oh, they name dropped Heaven's Word.
Oh, they said the thing. Roll credits.
Roll credits. Don't roll Tide. Just roll credits.
Let's go bug Zidin.
Hmm?
Let's go bug him.
You think so?
Ooh, trial by combat. I love this. I love this is where this is going.
In the light of the 7?
Hopefully.
Phoenix Wright's
went this
objection
way.
certainly takes on a whole new meaning.
Oh, they're on that one. Okay.
I was about to be
Foundation.
confused about the fact I have a quest to turn in this zone, and then I remembered, oh yeah, the Skysteel tools. Fuck that. I mean, I'll probably do it eventually, but in the short term, fuck that.
This place should be called Stairs instead of Foundation. There's so many.
I found you.
No!
My shins, they hurt.
Oh no. I must leave again.
I'm asleep. My people need me.
Again. I feel like you're overestimating the relationship.
No, I was saying that about myself this time.
We are gathered here today
I'm
under
being
the
stalked.
gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grino, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grino de Zemile, brother of the Heavens Ward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Oh no, not heretics.
Let the accused step forward.
What?
Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru,
Heretics.
you
You
have
know.
heard
No,
the
no,
charges
no, no,
against you.
no, no.
Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grino's claim and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of
Sudden
the
reverb voice.
I,
It's like,
Alfredo
what?
Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge and claim my right to trial by combat.
Haha.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Wasn't Tatsu learning how to be an arcanist? Come on, you can fight.
No.
Don't you remember
be
that
that-
quest?
No.
You forgot
Tataru
about that
changed-
quest?
No, Tataru keeps changing jobs like every other expansion.
Like everybody
That
else.
too.
Yeah, like
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system.
With less success, obviously.
Come, my friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the other thing is that don't you remember in the quest Tataru tried to become an arcanist and then realized that she did not in fact have the chops to be an arcanist?
Oh, I thought she learned her lesson about giving up too easy and went on to train some more. I clearly read that wrong.
And she learned her lesson about trying.
Oh, hey, Alphino finally gets rid of his old clothes.
Mhm.
I don't see what you're talking about. He's clearly wearing his new clothes, his old clothes. This is not a fair fight. They need at least 3 more guys to make this a fair fight.
Oh, Halone,
Is that so?
to us your judgment.
Yeah. I mean, if I really wanted to make it unfair, I'd pull out my summoner, but I don't want to be that unfair. Wow, game, it's only 2 enemies. You can load faster than that.
I have my pride.
Who's laughing? You're totally not winning, dog. Alphino's fine. Don't make excuses for him.
I've got you now.
Down with you!
What? Foundation? What?
Yeah,
I'm confused as well.
I misclicked, okay?
Okay. Just Lady Giga?
Alphino, dude, you really need to work out, man. We're gonna work out when we get back.
I don't want that. Oh well. We'll get enough
Oof.
Trino seals in the future.
Someone from my free company just spotted someone named Lady Unibrestka.
Good lord.
The Uniboo.
And a reference to Lenny Unileska of 10. Well, I just saw Unibraska. Just Uni and
Ooh.
Braska.
They gave me a black chocobo. This has been worth it.
They
Of
can't
course.
fly. Yet.
It will eventually be able to fly, as will every other of your mounts. And that black chocobo can also fly in the regular areas that you already can fly in.
Yay.
So with that, you should have the compass now. Then yes.
Correctamundo.
So any second now, the quest should be telling you to go back out to west.
Ether currents now accessible.
Aether currents now accessible. Time
Yep.
for the wool. Follow me, great serpent. Squeak. Squeak.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I must speak with Edmund. I must speak with him. I feel like I went the long way around. That's okay.
Why are you going into the firmament?
To hide from you. And also because we got time, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on my expert dailies, or my expert weeklies.
Huh.
Oh, I thought you were all going to fly me around for those ether currents, so we're going to do it later then?
I mean, we are, but you still got a little bit to go yet.
Before I
Yeah,
can make them useful?
there's a lot of plot going in between you and finally coming back out here again.
Gotcha.
Because I just got back out to Western Kurthus after doing a lot of plot.
Yep.
Archel Nard.
Everyone loves plots.
Everybody loves guacamole guard.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, excuse me.
I like guacamole, yes, but guacamole guard? Handpicked culinary essentials. Right. Where are you? Custom deliveries. Elto. No, not Elto. Oh, no, it is. Okay, yeah. So I need handpicked ingredient materials ×3. Vendor is down here.
Oh no. It looks good.
Which gear does look good?
The prototype Alexandrian gear.
Oh, that. Okay, that's actually kind of easy stuff to get, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people just grinding Alexander.
I mean, yes, that is accurate. Yes, it is.
But the stuff that you need to get it is stuff that drops normally. It's not like trying to do proper Alexandrian gear where it's like, oh, time to do the extreme versions.
I have heard the tales of
Admittedly, we could probably do those no problem. But it's like just trying to get copies of the pages, which...
Yeah, no, I'm like, this is not going to be a simple task.
It's the Pope.
Fuck the
I
Pope.
see you looking at me. I see you looking at me, fellow bunny
David,
person. Don't touch.
not in front of me. I heard you.
No, fuck this Pope.
Yeah.
Not the real one.
This is evil Pope.
This is a bad Pope.
This is the best Pope.
Things
Even
that
I-
will be taken out of
even I have to
context
laugh.
later. This is a bad Pope.
Like the anti-pope? Which is a real world thing that happened.
I forgot about that.
Didn't you do when there was more than one?
Yes.
Okay.
There's the Pope, and then there was the anti-Pope. But which
But he
one was
wasn't
the
the
real Pope?
anti-pope. He was just
No,
not.
that's
he was
literally
just-
what they called him, the anti-Pope. He was the Pope and the anti-Pope. It's just who was which one depended on really who you were talking to. Because
I didn't
both
think
of
we
them
were referring
claim to be the Pope.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think we were referring to them as the other one as the anti-pope. I think we
So
were
I
just
guess
like,
Alphino is scared of bears.
yeah,
Bears?
that makes sense.
Bears.
Bears.
The bears.
So Alphino is scared of big men with beards. Got it.
That seems to be the consensus right now.
As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Also, how do you like the little tiny squeaker?
That's what she said.
Great servant
No.
of Ronka.
Hmm.
Yes. The great
Scree!
Squee!
No, it's Scree.
Squee!
There you go.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my
Pudgy little Tsuchinoko little bastard.
Now, tell me, young man, what do you know? about these
You go back to pony farming eventually.
things? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder.
Eventually.
Eventually, admittedly, I think they're going to be starting up the Moogle tombstones fairly soon.
Oh, we didn't check. We didn't check, did we?
Harbingers of chaos and
For-
strife,
To see if it was live already.
that we
I did check a little bit.
Oh, it's not yet? Okay.
Yeah, when I went to the duty finder, I didn't see the little tiny Moogle tombstones next to anything. So
Okay, so what do the Moogle tombstones do?
okay,
Extra loot, bonus, cool stuff.
Oh, okay.
basically, like you.
So basically, we're not doing the farming until that activates.
Yeah, because as a heads up, the farming of the Moogle tombstones, depending on what's available from the Moogle, could be ponies that we don't necessarily have and make it a little bit easier to grab, potentially.
Mm.
Other mounts that we may not have easy access to currently, which will make the grinds for those much better.
Mm-hmm.
As well as something that I've recommended to Eddie and MPX is basically
Both
using
legs.
that to get all of the Realm Reborn writing maps.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, we had a conversation previously. I need to look at that again. Or I need to look at that now that you mentioned that.
Which one?
About us having auto 2 stars in ARR.
Double checking right now. Mount speed.
Speed. I'm missing Middle Lanasha, Lower Lanasha, Eastern Lanasha, Upper Lanasha, Outer Lanasha, Central Shroud, South Shroud, 4 out of the 5 Thanalands.
Okay, I was wrong.
Your previous argument was invalid.
Yeah. Admittedly, I'm looking at Ger Aranya and authored, and I have 2 stars in all of those areas.
Yeah, but those I also have 2 stars in because I bought those maps.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Buzz
Oh,
Junior's
and
not-
apparently I don't have any 2 stars in Shadowbringers because apparently those all cap at 1 star.
Yeah. And I only have 2, which are Lakeland and Ilmig.
Is it likely to uncap with the expansion?
Maybe?
Might.
That's a little disturbing, sir.
Alright, satisfaction rank up. And then I pick up the next 3 from him, which I pre-made those as well.
Time to go
The
to
Turk boys.
Lenosha.
They will
Lenosha!
protect me.
Oh, that reminds me, Wally. I've been telling my retainers to look for that thing you were looking for the other day, and they haven't found it yet.
Fun. I appreciate the
fish.
effort, but you don't have to go with all that.
I mean,
What
he's literally
thing
just
is
been
that?
telling me the retainers to find them. So
What were you looking for? Huh?
Taffeta cloth.
Which type of cloth?
Taffeta.
Oh,
Oh,
tap.
taffeta. Taffeta, the easiest way to get it is to get the, I want to say it's the 90 and 100 Weaver stuff, and break it down. Like the blue 90 100s from level 50 dungeons.
holy
So-
crap! MPX right. All these voice changes.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing.
Okay, I did not expect this, but I need to take a quick detour to Zenith.
Unwanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made.
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable
I forgot where I got the
evidence
flame
could be
dance.
found.
Oh, that was a seasonal one,
Our
wasn't it?
argument was simple.
Yeah,
Lacking
apparently you
proof
can only
that
buy
the
it in the
accused
cash shop
saviors
now.
of the realm of so
Yeah.
unlikely a
Which
crime
annoys me.
had the people up in arms. In the... There is
Actually,
something
well,
some few days
it,
prior
you
to the
might be
banquet.
able to get it
There, she revealed
from the
her
Moogle
intent
tombstones.
to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment.
Although
of
Michael's
Eldar.
probably going to correct me and go like, because it's in the cash shop. No.
But such an announcement would have plunged the.
I mean, not necessarily.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she
We-
summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seed
Fireworks.
Seer and I to lend Raubarn a helping hand, you see? To
I have so
aid
many
in
fucking
preserving
fireworks.
peace during the transition.
Oh, Marilyn, you're using the wrong. Oh,
So,
phrasing.
somehow caught wind of her plan. Lana
He's
Rito
lend a helping
attempted
hand
to
to
suppress
Ravenon,
Raubarn
who
as a
just lost a hand.
in the hope of
Phrasing.
maintaining the constitutional status quo.
What? Did you just mispronounce
Rabadon?
Ravon?
Whatever, I can't see these
Rabadon.
names. Do-do-do-do-do.
Rabadon.
Ramadan.
Shamalama ding dong.
Ooh.
Ramadan.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong?
Yes.
Dinga.
Uh.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultan.
Alright,
To
let's
allay
see
any
here.
suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a
Why is
statement
there a
to the
cloth
effect
maker?
that she-
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap
I don't know. Why is there a
other
cloth
reasons
maker?
delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Raubarn is to be executed.
That sounds like a fairly specific and possibly pointed question.
Mistake not my meaning.
Yes.
I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the custom deliveries that the cloth maker had already said that they were working
Aye,
on.
You've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture,
Alright.
Raubarn had been held
You wanna
in
go
a
fate grinding?
pit within Uldar.
Sure.
In recent
Fate grinding.
decades, it was not the
Rah-ha-ha.
brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers.
Sharp.
Rahaha, indeed.
The Crystal Braves.
Sky Steel.
Aye. If I read the winds aright.
Meanwhile, I'm crafting script grinding.
At any rate, if we're to rescue Raubarn, we'll have to find him first.
Just getting an uncomfortable amount of white and yellow crafter scripts.
To those best able to see it done.
I need to do more stuff in there, but I want to finish out the Moog Boys.
I'm pretty sure I'm okay with not touching crafting for another like month.
Correction. 3 years.
Later?
It's not gonna lie. It took me like a week to recover from that, of me just not playing the game.
Oh, come now. It's not that bad.
I don't know what it is, but I actually I enjoy crafting and gathering more than I thought I would.
Well, you leveled your crafting to level 50 over the course of like a month. I leveled my crafting from 0 to 50 over the course of 5 days.
Ah, yes. Well, in that case, yes, that would turn into a bit of a pain. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh.
Oh, hey, somebody's got that mount that I'd like to get my hands on from
Wow.
I
Boston.
just got
The
a new
hell?
mount.
Did you just get Gazelle?
No,
Oh,
I just got a new dragon.
you got a
There you
glider?
Elto. I got Elto mount.
You bought it.
No.
No, I'm talking to David.
Oh, yeah, I bought it.
Dragon, rock the dragon.
The Elto mount is a crafter mount.
Oh, Elto. Okay, no, I know which mount you're talking about now, Michael. Fate. You go forward and
Oh,
back.
dang it. That's not what I wanted it to be. Well. Those go into the saddlebag for when I finally get lucky and it turns up to that one. What do you want? You want gathering tools. Alright. Oh! Yeah, because he grew up. He was a dragonette. And
Yeah.
he grew into a wyvern. And now he's my wyvern. Cool. No, that's not what I want. And let me think.
Yay! Ding.
Master
Smacking
Armor
pies.
8. Haha, Master Armor 8. Also grats.
Cinders.
Ooh, I learned a new ability.
Oh, what'd you learn?
Contre 6-day.
That's basically flesh, but AoE.
It's basically what?
Contra, flesh.
Oh.
The one that sends up ethereal swords to hit one enemy.
Ah.
Except now it's small burst AoE on the target.
Sweet.
Also, I need to check your currency.
Camp Drybone.
I'm sorry, what?
Camp
Dryboner.
Okay, have fun at Camp Dryboner, apparently. Cool.
Well, he's rescuing Raubon, I believe.
Ah, yes, yes. True,
Attempting to
true,
rescue.
true.
I don't know if I'm going to succeed.
I forgot that
Well-
that's where he was, yes.
Yeah, well, good luck on that mission.
I have faith.
No, David has a
Also,
fate.
the one
He's been
person
chasing
helping
that
us
all the
on this
time.
fate has the title I'd love to get my hands on, but probably will never get it.
Which one's that?
Makai Master.
Oh, yeah, no, you're never gonna get that dude at this point. Are you kidding?
Well, yeah. And you want to know how you get that one?
How?
By getting all of the Garo titles.
Which is not possible anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they do something truly weird and bring it back.
I mean, people kind of want it.
Yeah, but people kind of
Something
want
that
a
I've
lot
heard.
of things.
That's something that I've always heard a lot, is that as open as Japanese people are to crossover shit, never make a deal with a Japanese company, because chances are, unless you sign some kind of weird contract in perpetuity, it's going to be a one and done thing.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
we
the
go.
only exceptions I've ever seen to that are, at least in this game, are Square's own property.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why you have, Marvel characters now in Disney theme parks.
Mm-hmm.
Bless him.
Freight.
Ninja.
Fate.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
That's a big one.
How pathetic
The
I
big
must
boy.
have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to record it.
Oh, hey, there's
For a
actually
time,
two
I
of
was
them.
well and truly lost. But with the aid...
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts.
Is there an easy place to check for how many ether currents you've already gotten?
Has yet to yield
Yes.
any useful information.
If you go into menu, travel, ether currents is the top option.
Ah, okay.
We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Ralban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
Fight! Fight! Hey. They all have question marks. Why do they all have question marks?
I don't know. Why do they have question marks?
Hey, this dungeon looks familiar.
Yeah, it probably should. Because you've been there at least once.
Why is it different?
Because it is the version for that specific event.
Is it the actual same place, or is it just...
It's the same place, just modified. Okay, next is for Charlemagne. Get some 3 medical supplies. And this is going to be 3 rehabilitation.
Leave this to me.
Oh, hey, bounce speed increase. Finally.
Nice.
Oh, damn, you are way ahead of me.
Not really. I'm actually probably only about 45 minutes.
That
Anyway,
feels like a lot.
be right back.
Copy that.
I'm like half a dozen quests away from him.
Well, you've got a little bit of time to catch up. Go for it. Go, go, go.
If I hurry, I'll totally catch up with him.
In the next 5 seconds, yes, absolutely.
Hey, we
If you
found the
debate
dude.
that, then you're wasting the time you could have used to do it.
Hey, he's in a bubble. Somebody burst his bubble. Somebody burst his bubble. Oh, you think this little door is gonna hold it? No way.
So, are you enjoying your poison?
It's a breath of fresh air, honestly. Ah.
Man, this guy has a lot of life.
Can somebody take care of the wolves, please?
I'm on it.
Sorry, new Link Pro. Who's this?
I don't think we're gonna do this one, Zanger.
No, I think we're gonna fail.
Don't have enough people.
Oh, there goes my buddy. Yeah, this is like the one time we tried to take on that,
Metal Gear.
yeah, the Metal Gear one.
We just plain don't have enough people.
Yay, poison machines destroyed.
Excellent.
Oh, I have to keep going that way. I messed up. Well, often, how come you didn't give better directions? Jeez. We're not made of watches, you know. There they are. I get to beat up people wearing blue. This is my dream video game.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, I'm just standing here wearing blue.
There will be casualties, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I'm sure you are.
Oh hey, we got a black mage.
Oh, goddamn. Keep forgetting to go after the healers.
We've got people now.
But will it be enough?
Well, we're at 49, and we got about 5 minutes.
You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever actually done this one.
Well, 5-minute mark, and we got 43% to go. Yeep.
You can do it, David. I have faith in you.
Oh, perfect. It tastes like starlight. Sorry, I thought I heard people needing healing.
Probably.
Sir? 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 This is a Dairy Queen.
Trying to face away from the party.
Also, wait, you know what? I wonder, just in case of emergency, does this work? Nope. Darn. That'd be really funny if it did work, considering the Northerlies move that I was trying to use to do that actually came from one of his little brothers.
And it also technically comes from him.
Well, I mean, where I got it.
Yeah. I think we can do it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Elbred, why are you gonna fight me now? You're totally gonna fucking lose.
He wants to fight because he doesn't believe that he's totally gonna fucking lose.
Okay, I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. Which one of you is the Conjurer? You're dead.
Yu Hase, I think.
Oh, we have fun. We're having fun here, guys. And yeah, I think it is Yu Hase.
I have you now.
Sorry, I don't have time to deal with you guys.
It is nothing.
Shatter before me.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Let's have a little snack. Just a little light snack.
We win.
We're gonna be kind of close.
Yes, I was gonna say.
I think we'll be all right.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself.
There's no need to fear.
Justice?
Why?
Justice for what exactly?
For I am here.
Ere we debate
Where's the
who is
big buff
responsible
blonde
for the
man?
assassination,
I don't see
I
him.
would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Excuse me, but his hair color is called American.
If you think you fight for justice, lad,
Not German.
you best
I'm not
Ah!
even kidding.
20 seconds.
you fight
Oh!
bloody well tells you.
Is
I got
that-
the behemoth earring,
Can you not see you're being
and I got the
Ah!
at the zoo.
And how do I
Neat.
know this?
Nice.
Same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted
Think so?
was to liberate my home.
I'm gonna be nice. Oh my god, that was close. Thanks all.
Free to think.
So
and
close.
act. How are we ever to reclaim our homeland?
And emote. Play dead. But yeah, oh my god, all of us got day at the zoo.
Yeah, I told you, even I hadn't done it before.
Now is not the time.
I'm gonna get, it's like, send friend request.
Oh no, wait, I didn't get it. Maybe I had done it before.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. And when you're dead.
Yay!
are
We
all
got a friend,
servants of fate,
so-
General. But even fools have
Yay. Alright, piling in the car.
Oh wait, we're gonna need something a bit bigger.
Okay, piling in the
Sure,
bus.
I was not planning to die till it avenged the Sultana.
They're just swapping out stuff on my chocobo.
Welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd.
Oh, I
No,
can't
Leo.
desynth it.
I would not give to see you.
What? The,
I was gonna try and desynth the earring.
Are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce?
What? No, I was
Just to be that guy.
nor of anything else outside myself.
I'm just happy I actually got it.
Passing
That's
strange.
so nice.
I assumed the bastard would make.
Considering that it's like, I think I got the Kikrin from the, the Metal Gear. We got the behemoth from that guy.
What?
Oh hey, Crits, it's up.
Forgive me, friends, but it is not
Alright.
safe here. Let us continue this.
Oh, hey, I'm now halfway done with, Tortured Memories of Dying.
Nice.
You're halfway there.
Oh, DMCA.
No, don't worry, we're not getting DMCA'd over that singing.
That's why I did it. To prevent it.
Now that I've got you both held hostage here.
Oh no, not another TED Talk.
No, not a TED Talk. I just thought this was a good time to remind you about the extended warranty on your car expiring.
No.
Since he's still out in Thanalan.
Great. Great.
It's Butt Boy.
The spiked butt.
He's into butt stuff.
Yes.
Oh, I'm tanking you? Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
Wait, did it really unsync me?
If you move too far away, it certainly will.
Yeah.
I hate finding those bosses. Oh, I know exactly which one you're fighting, because that happens all the time. I hate that.
Feel the wrath of the spiked butt.
Are you all still fighting that thing?
No, it's a different guy. He's going
Yeah,
down
it's
like
definitely a
chump.
different guy. Yeah.
He's
Quadra
going down like-
Supranica to the face definitely helped with that.
He's going down like a chump.
And done.
And we have
second
another.
half. Which we gotta wait for them to get here.
Burgers. Burgers.
My dearest
God damn it, I
friends,
just hit the same button.
praise be unto the 12 for Father! Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
He has a son?
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
When did he have a son? Did I miss that part?
The Sultana yet
Hmm?
Pippin?
Yeah.
It was I.
You might have missed that part because that was during the escape from Thanalan
By your perplexed
that
expression,
he's introduced.
it would seem introductions are in order.
I thought he was somebody else's son, and I don't know why.
No, he's Raban's adopted son.
Gotcha.
Member of the syndicate.
What you
No.
said about the Sultana.
Why are
is it
you
true?
joining us, Spiked Butt?
Is
We
she
beat
alive?
we beat the spikes off your butt.
Young man.
Oh no.
I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed.
Oh, it's been a while.
When he's playing, you know the answer.
Oh, sorry.
General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own end. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana.
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before...
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say her
Man,
grace
I'm-
is being
Sorry,
held
Mixer Rain.
somewhere, dreaming dreams of a
I'm most
brighter
disappointed
future,
about Euron J's
even as we speak.
voice actor change, because I like the other guy.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
I'm getting ready to go through all that again because apparently every expansion they change voice actors.
I don't think so.
I don't think they've ever changed it after Heavensward.
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
And though one may call the man's methods into question, it
Really? I
can
thought it was
be
one. I think it was. I thought it was one of you guys that told me they change actors every expansion.
I had never
Wasn't me.
taken sides in
Wasn't
your
I was
me.
gonna
case,
say it was probably David. It was probably David.
but it
No,
was for want of
no.
concern for
I
others.
thought
Because
was
I'm
David.
pretty sure that after the Heavensward change, yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't change again.
Oh, okay.
I thought they had kept the voice actors all the way
I
through.
hope you are ready
I
to
might
No,
have
I knew they
misinterpreted.
changed going into Heavensward.
I might have misinterpreted something someone said, and then when they changed it between expansions, I thought you meant between every expansion when you actually meant between the first expansion and the second expansion.
Must do that which you alone can do. Rescue her grace.
Oh, I forgot to hit level sync.
Yeah, that does help quite a bit.
Actually, it hinders. It makes you weaker. Fun fact, I don't know if you knew all that. That was a very messy mission. That was a very messy plot.
Yeah, well, considering the mess that it was following up on.
Seriously, game. Why do you think this my level 49 ring of Zircon is the ring I need to have equipped? Damn it. I'm just gonna get rid of this ring. I should. Not now.
Also, is it pups? Stormblood?
What?
For mounts. Is it puppers?
I think so.
Okay. So it's
It's either their puppers or maybe that's Dargan's.
no. The Dargans is
Shadow?
Shadow.
Okay.
So it goes ponies, burbs, pups, Dargans.
Yeah. The next one I have no clue, but I hope it's mechs. I really hope it's mechs.
Well, it would
Well,
make
of course
sense.
you do.
For,
I agree
you
with
know,
this.
Oh no!
our
Willy
body.
Yaks!
Yeah, don't talk back.
Yakety yaks.
Angry boy, angry boy.
Gentlemen?
Hello.
You can't fight here. This is the war room.
What is that from again?
Dr. Strangelove?
I
Yeah,
was
that's
gonna
what
say,
I
I thought so.
That's what I thought. I just was not confident in that answer. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Oh, that was easy.
You? That was a lot of bodies.
We let them hit the floor.
A lot.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
Also, the peacock is
Every specimen. They're all going to the other one, so let's come over here.
a sticky situation. I don't think I've done this one.
It's a phosphate.
Me. It's always me.
Wow. You probably even think this song's about you, huh?
Another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde.
Wow, he's going down pretty quick.
Yep.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them.
So where are
Not
you right now,
even a
Eddie?
challenge.
Speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
Hello, I'm the guy with a dragon on his shoulder.
You don't mean Iceheart?
Or Iceheart, I guess.
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
5 more.
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as a...
If there is to be a
By the time we land, you should still have a chance to... Do you have to get highest tier?
I think it's I have to get gold tier.
Okay, so you're not going to get gold tier in this one, probably. Well, I don't know, maybe.
Of course, you might
What?
also
Just it
consider
disappears
a
as soon as we get there.
more direct approach to ending this conflict
Nah.
with the power.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I, for one, would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon.
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of...
Indeed. I thank you for your count.
I got it.
I am glad to
Nice.
serve it.
By George, I think you got it.
Northwest.
And apparently, I'm still aggroed by something. There we go.
There we go. I think I know which one that one is, and that's a bunch of the
There should be a
Yetoid.
bunch of Yetis. Unless it's a boss Yeti, which would be badass. But no, I think it's a bunch of minis.
I think it's the one where it's a
It's
bunch
at
of
the
them.
pond.
Yeah, it's a bunch of small Yetis. It's this one.
I go to the totally wrong place. Jeez. Jeez.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those massing beyond our walls, these one...
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak... I can divulge a little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive...
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the... Know that I have offered my lance to...
My current tactic is very good at touching everything at least once.
Yep.
Our action,
I think that's 3 more.
3 more to go?
Yep.
All right. Due east and a lot.
Aye. Their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up
Yep.
the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon...
Also,
and the Warrior of
congrats.
Light.
Yes. Congrats.
I must admit that
Also, apparently I hit Bosom Buddies too.
I put Bosom Buddies to, I think, a while ago.
A while ago, probably. Also, I probably should spend some seals sometime soon. I'm sitting at 77k of 90k.
I still need to do more stuff with my
That reminds
my
me.
boys to get them up.
I need some
Squad.
advice. There's this item called Quick Hardening Sealant that I need for a bunch of crafting, but it seems like the only place I know where to get them is the Grand Company store, and it is expensive.
I think it's also a random
What
drop.
crafting are you looking at?
The artisan tools.
Yeah, that's why. You are exactly correct in that, and also that is by design.
Okay.
Your best bet, especially since you have access to out here, is to skip that tier entirely and go immediately, directly, without question, into just buying the 40. Well, buying the 48, which you probably already have, and then buying the 52, which is better than the artisan tools.
Yeah, I was trying to do that on Sunday, and my crafting was not high enough for it. I couldn't craft the next tier of crafting and gathering equipment.
Well, that's what I mean is that they literally have the 51 tier of gear and the 52 tier of weapons available from the store. If you do that, you
from
can
the store.
Yeah. In the Jewel Crozier.
Where is that?
Foundation. Well, the pillars more specifically.
And it's called the Jewel.
Yeah, it's one of your Ethernet districts.
Well, let me go do that because I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, the Jewel. Okay, there it is. And it's just one of these fine folks. Retainer. Jeweler. Fieldcraft supplies. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, shit. I didn't know.
And that right there will make a huge difference in your crafting abilities.
Oh, well,
which
thank
will allow
God.
you to get back into the game.
I was okay. I was thinking I was gonna have to go through. I mean, I feel like I was almost there, but I was thinking I was. Gonna have to
technically,
yes,
up. You could. You could do so. Back in 2.x into 3, that's literally what we had to do. But I mean, at this point, you have the ability to skip it. So, yeah, might as well if you can get away with it.
Yeah, I totally have the money for this. This shouldn't. This will. This would be way better than what I was thinking of doing. Let's see, how does this compare to what I have now? Just for the sake of comparison. Let's look at my goldsmith.
Jerk ass bird.
Jerk ass bird dead.
Okay, now back west. It was like Arceo's probably based on where it is.
Probably.
Oh no, a parent trap. It's gonna be the big ice trap.
Oh, okay. Time to punch an eyeball.
Boss trap. Boss trap.
Mousetrap. You get caught up in the crossfire.
Crossfire.
Wow. Oh, hey, those ice traps don't like you.
What?
They don't like you beating on their daddy.
Wow, okay, yeah, this definitely saves me a lot of headache. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I knew what I'm going to do once I'm done with the stream today.
You're gonna start doing some 50 tier crafting?
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Okay, what was I doing? I was doing something important.
MSQ.
The most special quest. Yes, yes. Get on with it. And now I've caught up to winterized Alphano.
Okay, so you're getting close to heading out to Quethus West
Yes.
again.
I'm questing for Weston.
Excuse you, you two. Let me drag him over a little closer. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. This boss seems a little tough. That was a waste. Ah, well.
Not as bad. It's not as bad as the Zo.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously.
I have returned to the nest.
So the one challenge with Supranica is it comes with 4 charges, but each charge has a 30-second cooldown. So to get it back to fighting full strength, it takes 2 minutes.
Oof.
But the cool thing about it is that each time I activate it, if I burn all 4 charges at once, I get a stacking buff called Sopranica's Fury that makes each subsequent that much stronger. So I think it's like 5, 10, 15%. And they start good.
Ooh, that's quite the trek. What's Bridge Over Frozen Water? Why is that a blue quest? That's interesting.
That is probably an Ether Current quest then.
Ah, okay.
Because Ether Current quests are blue quests.
Yeah, I've already finished collecting all the green ones in Western Corthus.
I just found the one that David showed us the other day.
Which one?
Yeah, a lot of them are just on the route if you follow the MSQ. So
yeah, they're for the most part they're not super crazy. The only zones where it's really a pain in the butt are like Sea of Clouds, where there's literally 2 separate areas, and at that point it really is easier just to get handheld on it. Or Turning Mist can be kind of complicated just because there's a lot of weird mountains in the middle of nowhere that you have to try and navigate above/around.
and without having flying, it's a pain in the butt.
Exactly. Doable, but a royal pain. Why are you two aggro? Why are you so obsessed with me? Alright, I think one more? You
One
think?
more.
Because I think Eddie's just about ready for us.
Yeah, get back here. I mean, like, I was just saying one more to myself. I wasn't saying that we need to do one more fate.
I mean, technically that means you do need to do one more fate, but whatever. This is a relatively fast one.
Ah, it's the Gooboys. There we go.
See? There you go.
And smacking this guy because he's here.
Might as well. Oh, it's time. I'm at 4 charges. Oh, right.
There's 2 of them.
I forgot there were 2 of them.
Whoa, there's polar bears in here. What the hell?
Yep.
I am not on the menu.
I hate to tell you, but you kind of are.
Why is there more polar bears? Who invited these polar bears?
Obviously someone did.
I gotta wind up Alphanone. Yay. Now I get to toy with Alphanone like everybody else has.
That's a scary thought.
Collect heretic epistles. What am I in Catholic school again?
And I got a... Sir! This is a Barnes & Noble.
Sir, this is an Outback Steakhouse.
And now I got a 21st one.
I don't see a blooming onion in here.
I'll show you a blooming onion.
I'll just save that 21st one for later.
Trying to think where on earth, because he should be near-ish. If he's dealing with polar bears, he should be over here.
Yeah. Checking map. He's by the house.
Oh goodness, that's why I couldn't find the dot. I wasn't looking that far north.
Oh boy, we have 2 rude mages. One of you is going to have to change. Eddie?
Not necessarily. We can go in with 2 Ruds.
No,
I'm making the joke of the same
Stick
outfit kind of thing.
Oh, they're definitely not wearing the same outfit.
I think he's up.
There is no up. I think he's down.
Trigger, we're going down swinging.
God.
Bingo.
Camera. Really?
Holy shit. There's a first polar bears and now giant whales. Oh my god, on guard. On guard. On guard. On guard.
Oh, hey, little cactus is here. Huh.
Help! Help! It ate me! Help! Help! Oh god!
Death Inc., huh? Where to?
Good question.
Somehow it makes it out the door.
Report to Ingrid? Who's Ingrid? Oh, wait, is that back in...
Check where it says on the map.
No, that's the wrong one. Oh, okay. Now, Fates, you're gonna take me to where you were trying to take me before.
Oh, now we're going down Great Tail Falls?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Give me half a second, guys. I have to go to the bathroom.
All right.
Unacceptable.
Acceptable!
Minus 50 DKP.
People even still use that?
I have no idea.
I hope not, because it's outdated and horrible.
It wasn't a good system in the beginning. That is absolutely true.
Ooh, and there's an ether current.
Yes,
Lovely.
there very well should be.
Once again, alright, it's making me leave. How rude.
Why does the stone have a quest for me?
The stone has a quest. Complete said quest. You get.
Oh.
It's not a
Memoria
quest.
de la Sumna?
Chocobo.
Oh, yeah. The Choco Point at Annex Shrine. Where to next?
He can't join us because he had to leave.
Oh. I missed that part.
Your guard is down.
I just love some of the scenery of this expansion.
Yeah.
Like, this was literally a throwaway area, and yet look how pretty it is.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Eddie had to leave. Again.
Welcome to staring into the void.
My least favorite activity.
Why is that?
The void frightens me.
So
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I spent the better part of the last 2 days trying not to die.
Oh, hey. I just noticed. 60, 70, and 80.
Huh, that is true. That is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my brain was trying to keep itself alive by doing random math puzzles in my sleep.
Hmm.
I mean, that is a thing that sometimes happens. Yes.
Just how I know I had a bad fever, but not a super bad fever. Because when I have a bad fever, I start hallucinating.
Wow.
What?
Apparently, someone joined my free company by the name of Toyota Corolla.
Technically a real name. Technically.
Well, that's an interesting place to go to solo.
Oh?
I just happened to look at where Eddie's showing up. Akafa Amphitheater.
Well, yeah. Had to go there. Is he not on conversation?
He was. He might. It looks like he might be he might be watching a cutscene. I don't know.
No.
Or he might just be ignoring us.
I just finished the fight.
Okay.
Was there someone talking to me? I'm sorry if I. Maybe I was.
Oh, it was less talking to you and more about you, I think, at that point.
Oh. I think I'm exiting now. Yay, I'm back in the real world.
At the same place?
Yes.
Oh, great. All the way back. Wait. I have a solution for this.
Oh?
Teleport.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Okay, so where to next? The Convictory? Or we're not there yet?
Yeah, the Convictor's camp, wherever that is.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where that is. We got it.
Oh,
I thought the Convictory was next.
It was a little hard to see on my map for some reason.
That is one thing that I've noticed about this game. Random battles. At least. Grinding random trash mobs. It's been a staple of classic Final Fantasy, but in this game, you get almost nothing out of grinding trash mobs.
Unless you're a blue. If you're a blue, you get everything from them.
Hello, random person.
Like, to put it in perspective, When my blue mage was level 50, stuff in this area, I was getting 8 to 10k a pop.
Yeah, jeez. I'm lucky if I crack 500 on a random drop. Random mob.
Yep.
I think something tells me this might be a little bullshit. Random article I just happened to stumble across. Fastest way to win an argument with each zodiac sign.
Out
I'm
of
a Scorpio,
curiosity,
try
what's
me.
the one for Sagittarius?
Alright, let me crack it open. How to win an argument with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is really smart, so smart they don't enter arguments that they'll lose. If we're able to get
That
a
is
Sagittarius
accurate.
out of their comfort zone, the key to winning is to make them stay on point and test them to see how strongly they understand their argument. There's a difference between knowing and understanding. Tripping a Sagittarius up can be as simple as proving to them that they have no idea what they're talking about. Eventually, the imposter syndrome will eat at them and they'll spiral out of control.
Oof.
That is also accurate. Yes, I would have to second that.
It cuts deep.
We're just all sitting here spectating.
See, give me another one.
Scorpio.
Scorpio? You mean Scorpio?
Yeah. No, it's
Corpo.
Scorpio. Scorpio.
Okay. Scorpio is traditional and blah blah blah, whatever.
Go north, Fate test.
So you have to determine if you're dealing with an old Scorpio or a Scorpio who's working to keep up with the times. Fine.
Slightly left.
Just like Aries Scorpio is traditionally
And down
ruled
there.
by planet Mars, contemporarily, however, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So you have to determine if you're dealing with an old school Scorpio or a Scorpio who's working to keep up with the times. If you're arguing with an old school Scorpio, you can dismantle their argument by pushing their buttons and asking provocative questions. If you're arguing with a Scorpio who's working to remain hip, then point out what they don't know and make them realize that their argument sounds fresh out of the bunker. Wow, this is kind of a jerk-ass guide. It's like, don't win arguments by actually, having good arguments. It's like,
win arguments by attacking the person rather than actually having the better position.
Yeah.
I'm looking for yaks. I see no
Oh,
yaks.
is that what you're here? Get back in.
Okay.
Oh, you're on that part of the quest.
Yep.
You could have just said, dude.
Sorry, I didn't think it was going to be so not easy.
Well, it looks like someone recently was out here farming them. But with a little bit of ingenuity, we can find a couple for you.
I picked up a bunch of Aether Current quests that I'll probably do once we're all said and done.
You can do them on the way.
I didn't want to waste the time of my escorts here.
Okay.
Whap.
All done.
I had a feeling.
Now we go west.
And what is the goal over there?
Deliver the hides to Istine.
Estinian?
Istinian.
Yeah.
That guy.
Batman.
He has no axes, though.
I'm still headed west.
Okay, slightly south, but he's on the hill over here.
Oh, up here?
Uh-huh.
Like, right next to this guy?
I mean, no, but there's an Aether Current here, so...
Might as well grab it now.
He's on the other hill over here.
Over where this other player is standing in a cutscene?
Yep.
I don't like these
Overlooking this nice, natural ice sculpture.
pants really
Yep.
do flatter my butt. They make me look like I have flat butt syndrome.
Well, wait until we get you to Shadowbringers, and then we can do... get you the 2B tights.
I should have known
Oof.
it would be.
I mean, I could just glamour it now, but I don't know what I'd glamour with it. Because I do kind of like the look of the whole thing as a piece, but the pants don't flatter my butt at all. And everybody's got to have their nice butt jeans.
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elysian tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not
Also, what
inclined
was
to
this
be
conversation
grateful
about butt
invaders.
jeans about?
Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on.
Everybody's got to
till
have their
one or the other side was
pair of nice butt
exterminated,
jeans, right?
had it not been for the resolve of a single woman.
Apple bottom jeans.
That woman's name.
Boots with the furs?
Boots the fur.
I will prove in this essay that
While those around her
in the
fought
song
and
he talks about a girl that is wearing
she
both
attempted
apple bottom
to parley
jeans,
with
boots with the
dragons,
fur.
and in so doing
I don't remember the
discovered
rest
to
of the
be
song.
possessed of profound
Well, crowd's looking at her.
intelligence and
She hit the floor. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shorty got low.
in particular
Low.
so
Low,
Low.
low, 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 low,
I'm
low.
proving this essay that in that song he was singing about the girl that he's singing about is in fact a centaur.
In the eyes of an Elysian, the fleeting life of an Elysian is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelga.
I did have higher quality gear. Why did I not have it equipped?
And beloved soulmate. He knew that all
Probably because you leveled into it without realizing that you leveled into it.
Probably. But I am still, my left is fine, my right is still kind of trashy.
Bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
I've got one ring that's 225,
Though loath to
but
perform the deed,
everything else is 140 or less.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, your earring isn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
no more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls
But
of
I
their
definitely
kin
need
were
better
so
equipment.
inextricably bound.
You need some poetic gear.
Yeah.
In the days that followed,
Story of my life.
man and dragon learned
You know what? I think I'm done with my vanity project. I'm trying to level Sam. Maybe even leveling Red Mage, and I'm going to stick with my original core concept.
200 years
Everything machinery.
Yep. Which makes me a little antsy because that means that I can't level my healer until Endwalker comes out.
At which point that will start at 70?
Yeah. So as long as you have something 70 by then, which doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue.
Oh yeah, no, my Gunbreaker's already 65.
Machines.
I've been destroying my poetics, just trying to keep my other classes on par, but I'm just gonna abandon that vanity project for now.
From the hands of the traitor's progeny. No amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say,
Head too big, balance with more butt.
now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
That was either a robotic cat purr or somebody's phone going off.
That was
I'm
my phone.
guessing
That's
phone.
Feel much of what Nidhogg
it's sonar.
and the dragon's thirst for vengeance were
Sonar,
accomplished
robotic
by
cat
aught
purr seem
less
to
than a sea of blood.
You know, one of those purrs that makes it sound like your cat's asking you a question.
Might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid.
We all know cats don't ask for anything.
And may yet welcome our efforts to broker
They make demands.
I mean, accurate.
Still believe that a peaceable solution can be found. Very well. I will take you to him.
I can't remember what comedian said it, but it's like dogs have a family, cats have a staff.
Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Not sure who it was, but definitely accurate.
Oh, my character's heart is bursting.
Oh no! It's a heart attack! Well, that's the end of the game.
And game over screen, yep.
Every time it happened, my character was like, "Ah, my titties."
No, he unlocked one of the Master Emeralds.
Gotta collect all those Chaos Emeralds, man. Although I guess we're doing the opposite, so the anti-Chaos Emeralds, the Order, rubies,
crystals.
I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while.
This
The
is the
Order
most annoying
Zirconiums. There we go.
quest I've ever gotten. Hey, you know that stuff you got us? Can you get us one more?
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude.
Oh boy. I just noticed the time.
Yeah, in order to do this, we would have to go into overtime to have do with without you having to drop out. But thankfully, we do have 5. So if you need to drop out for the time, we do have 4 still.
Yeah.
What is it that you want to
And Eddie just teleported.
Yeah.
do? Yeah, I just finished Purple Flame, Purple Flame. So what is it that you all wanted to do?
Well, we're getting close to the first dungeon of the expansion.
Yeah. And the problem is,
Uh-huh.
I have a hard out in about
Yeah.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Are we that close to it?
I'm a little bit more flexible. I can stay until we do it, because we are close. You said which question did you just complete?
I just finished Purple Flame, Purple Flame.
Purple Flame, Purple Flame.
Mm-hmm. This would be the first time I would officially go into the Dravinian Forelands.
Dravinian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
you're finally catching up.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, looking at the list here, there's like half a dozen quests between here and Shamal, or the trial and then Shamal.
Oh, so that is a side quest then.
Oh, you're talking about the Dusk Vigil?
Yeah.
Yes. I got it and opened up the dungeon, but it's clearly a side quest. It's needed to start flying around in the western.
Yeah.
So do we want to take that side quest then? Because if we need that to fly, well then I need to do it.
That's kind of what I thought we were gonna do tonight. So I definitely have no objections to us doing it. It's For All the Nights to Come is the name of the quest.
Where do I pick it up? Back in
It would be back at the Convictors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I see the secret to success there. I don't see another quest there.
Was it the end of a chain is my only question.
Or for all the nights to come?
Theo.
Wait. Did you say it was all for all the nights to come?
For All the
Is that
Nights
what you
to
said?
Come, yeah.
Oh, I picked it up then. I didn't realize I picked it up, but I did.
Oh.
Okay, we'll hop in.
Okay.
So let me ask this: Did you the MPX? Did you already go over and flag the door so that you now
Yes,
have
I've
access?
opened it up. It's on my duty list. I'm sure.
Okay.
Let me just double check, just so we're all clear and caught up. Heaven's word.
Okay.
Yes, Dusk Vigil is open. It is 51.
All right. So we're gonna go poke it over here, and if we're going to try and do this tonight, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to try and do this tonight, I understand obviously Sanger needs to hop out because he's got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So what we could do is if Cosme would be so kind as to break guns.
Do what?
Of the
To gun break.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can gun break.
And Eve? Yes. There you go.
And I'm going to invite MPX back. And Baron is now ready to enter.
Correctamundo.
All right, is everyone ready?
No.
For everybody in the party, no.
For those in the party, there is a single no, so I will wait.
As I'm in a tenuous situation.
Okay. Honestly, as much fun as I've been having with Blue Mage, I'm going to go ahead and take a traditional healer for this.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
So, looking at the Aether Current page, if just to make sure I understand how to read this correctly, There are 5 Aether Currents that are through quests, and the rest are from environmental factors.
Yes.
Correct.
locations.
5 from quest, 10 from exploration.
Well, the nice thing is that if you're saying this dungeon requires or is going to give me one of the Aether Currents, well then between this,
Hey, I'm almost ready. I'm just
I'll be
gonna
ready.
plop off here in a corner where I should be safe. Okay,
Okay.
ready.
All right. Everybody else?
Ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
Now.
All right, let's do this.
Of course, I'm gonna hit 60 probably.
Yay!
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I was rushing Dark Knight is just simply so I have a second class that can absorb all this MSQ experience.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to, extend how much I'm not wasting, essentially.
Anyway, night, everybody.
Oh,
Night, David.
problems occurred.
Problems.
I just noticed our relative levels. I mean, we can proceed like this. It's just going to be very fast and easy.
Oh, you did it unsynced.
I did because before we started the stream, I was doing stuff on Blue Mage.
Well,
Yeah. Do we
I
want
leave it to you
reform it?
guys. We can reform it, or we can run it like this. I leave it to you guys.
We can reform.
Okay. So yeah, just walk over here and exit. Sorry.
Okay.
Duty finder. Change settings. Turn off undersized party. Alright. Everyone ready again?
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. Now we'll be properly synced. I was like, there's no way I could still have 100,000 HP at level 51. Yeah, nah, 6.7k. That's more like it. Also, Cosme, don't forget your tank stance, please. Thank you. There we go.
Oh, it's a big bird.
that bird.
That bird will matter later. Oh, hey. What do you think you're doing taking damage, sir?
I was being oppressed. I appreciate your help.
Now you come out.
Yeah, he won't show up until everything else is cleared. He's actually my friend because he makes sure you slow down.
Full speed that way. Yeah. Yeah. Rawr. Thanks when we have to clear.
Yep.
Guess who's back? Back again. Big guy's back. Tell a friend.
Actually, his brother.
Where was he hiding that?
It was just stuck to his fur.
Towering Olifant.
This can be a fun fight.
Die, monster.
I've been targeted. What does that mean?
That means that's about to happen.
It means
And
you
there's
need
literally nothing anyone can do about it.
Okay.
Basically,
Okay.
just try not to have too many of your friends next to you when that's about to happen to you.
Okay.
Won't someone please think of the children?
No.
Can't dodge that one.
Oh, it's my turn to be targeted. Ouch. Again.
And you're targeted again.
Oh. Combo breaker.
Yeah, he's like, come here, and now go over there.
Revenge.
And then you're like, no, I want to come here now. You just have a lot of mobility in this battle.
Yeah. 90% of it is unwanted. Get in the corner.
I like the way you move. Ba-dum-bum.
Some nice little stuff in there.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Alright, next up is the barracks. Oh, I see a Trojan. Oh, hell, whoa. Sir?
Yeah, kind of was not paying attention to my health.
I'm like, no, you're bleeding out. Sir, this is a pack son.
Jeez.
It's always a something. Okay.
Corn podges.
Oh, there's a bunch of conscripts coming.
Oh, there they are.
There they are.
And like wheat to a scythe, they fall.
Somebody was waiting for us.
Yeah.
And we're not exactly being quiet. They probably heard everything through the door.
Yeah, sorry. Holy isn't exactly a silent spell. For one.
Do y'all hear that magic and attacks being built up and slowly increasing in volume?
Yeah. Not to mention my idiotic weapon, which uses explosions to vibrate the blade or some crazy bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. They'll come to you over here. You don't have to run all the way over there.
Is there nothing in the side room?
I already went and grabbed the chest down there.
Oh.
Oh.
This fight pretty much avoid the everything as usual. He summons ads, they need to die.
Okay, so AoE.
I leave that up to the deeps. I will face punch this man.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that works. As usually when he uses that move, the ads start spawning. Second wave is chirurgeons. Here it comes again.
Just like that, right?
Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
No, I'm a white mage. I do have scholar, but not tonight.
Ow.
Eddie.
Uh-huh. Is that concern, or am I doing something afoul?
That is you doing something afoul, and thus I am concerned.
Oh, okay.
When it's doing that giant ring, of death, and you're standing in the ring.
You know what? I didn't know
get
there was
in the donut hole.
I didn't know there was a donut hole. My bad. I thought that was a. Actually, I didn't even know there was doing damage.
Both times you were standing right next to the donut hole.
Oh, apologies. I literally thought it was just the spell to raise the dead. I didn't realize
You mind if I roll need on the earrings?
Go ahead. No problems for me.
Well, I'm just trying to be polite.
If they are need, then by all means need.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to be polite.
That's fair.
Oh, it's time to stop being polite and start getting real.
This is not the real. This is not the real world. This is not real world Ishcard.
No, this is actually Real Road Rules Extreme Challenge.
Oof. Wait, don't do that right now.
There's that treasure coffer over here.
Was there?
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Normally, I'm pretty good at those.
Normally, I'm
We
not.
can double back and get it real quick.
I got lucky.
I think we're fine.
Oh yeah, that's like around a weird little corner, huh?
Sneaky.
Zoblins.
You know what? Now I have to check for science reasons.
What's that?
I just thought of something. Do they have a mod for this game that fixes the Lalafel's dumbass walk cycle?
I honestly don't know. I can't do mods because I'm on PlayStation.
Now I have to check for science reasons.
For science?
Do they fix the stupid walk cycle of the goddamn batots?
Is it broken?
It is kind of an awkward waddle.
Ah, okay. You're just talking in reference to how they walk. Period. I thought you meant something was actually broken.
Yeah, no, their walk cycle is disgusting. It's like a stupid waddle. And I do this only because Woody, not that I have any plans to play Patots, but Woody likes, halflings. And he would have played a Patot, but when he first tried to play a Patot, he played the game for about 30 seconds, and then he saw their walk cycle and decided immediately he was never going to play one ever again.
Okay, so we need to talk about this fight really quick.
Okay. I'm listening.
So around the edge of the arena are these little outcroppings of loose rock. At various points during the fight, he's going to use a move called Whirling Gull, or Jail. That if when he starts using it, you need to get behind cover, behind one of those, or you'll get sucked in and take ongoing damage. I may be able to rescue someone once throughout the entire fight, but A, I can't guarantee range, and B, it would be once and once only.
Got it.
So don't count on it.
Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty straightforward with everything else. And for any prospective blue mages, that line drive attack you just did, Alpine Draft, is a blue magic spell. Whirling Jail, get to cover. You can continue to attack from cover if you have range.
Hey, did I make the mistake of entering it?
Oh, yes you did. I just realized that. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, okay.
You
Well,
live.
now I
so
know.
Fine.
And knowing is half the battle.
I mean, all in all, we're doing pretty good. Okay,
Am I
the positions are moving.
Wow. I like this range. I'll take it.
All right. We're doing pretty good, all things told. We've got another jail coming up right now, I think. Yep. There we go.
Yay.
Good job, everybody.
And level 60.
Nice.
Yay, congrats.
All right, so we did make quite a bit of progress. I don't know if you guys are planning on continuing past this point. I do need to disappear for the night, but if you guys decide to keep pushing on, you're just about to hit Dravinium Forelands. I can give you a ride that far if you want.
I'm gonna do all the ether currents in here, and then go back to crafting stuff. Crafting. And
Just to make sure, I'm currently at breaking into hives. Is that the trial? Like one of the quests going into the trial?
That is going into it, yes. I think you've got a little bit of leeway yet before you get there, but...
Well, I mean,
yeah, not much leeway. The very next one after breaking into the hives is the is going to be the quest that unlocks the trial.
Okay. Because I was thinking of just finishing up at least to that for tonight.
Fair enough.
Alright, I think I'm done for the night.
Pleasure's always genuine.
Yep.
All right, well, have a good night, everyone.
You know, it's fun, folks. So, I'll see you next time.
See ya.
Yep.
And then I'll log off. No more streaming. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.